let's give this a shot. Let's see how this works. So, this is the first time I've ever tried really recording anything, so let's see how it goes. So I'm going to start a new game, and I'm going to set it up as I guess it doesn't show on here, but I'm going to do the Last Azlanta mode here, and we'll see how that works. Main story, right, normal, and we want the Last Azlanta mode. So essentially you only get one save slot. We're gonna basically do the same thing that they're doing for the Last Azlanta challenge, which is normal difficulty, Last Azlanta mode, no respecking. Yeah, so we're not gonna auto level up anyone. Oh, that'll change that. All right, I'll just manually not auto level them up then, because yeah, they leveled them up really badly. And I've got a specific gimmick that I want to do, which involves every companion I use having an animal companion of some sort. So, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. My primary character is going to be a barbarian, because the Mad Dog Barbarian gets a pet, and they are very cool. My biggest question is am I going to do orc, or am I going to do elf? I want to use either the orcish double axe or an elvish curve blade, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet which one I want to actually do. So let's figure it out by the portrait, right? So here's all the different portraits I can use. Orc-wise, we've got, has an elven curved blade, so that's appropriate, but I don't know, I don't really love his clothing. That guy looks awesome. But once again, I mean, I guess he's a barbarian, so not being armored is appropriate. Of course, that's the, oh man, what's his name? Regengar from the first game? And he does look cool, but he's all magic-y, which I'm not gonna be. And then she looks pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I like the full plate armor, but I don't think we're gonna go full plate armor. That's Irabeth, so we don't really want to use that one because she's one of the main characters in the story. Even though she does look very cool as well. Alright, so let's look at some elves here. We've got, this elf is fairly appropriate. She does look like a barbarian, sort of, and has a big nasty sword, two-hander, which is what I'm planning on doing. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We're not gonna have any musically inclined anything. No skills, no abilities, definitely not going bard. That would be a good ranger. That would also be a good ranger. That one isn't terrible, but I don't know, kind of plain. I do like her. If I was going to use a scythe, that would be perfect. but I think I'm gonna go Elven Curve Blade. You know what? I think this one does work. We'll go this one. We'll go Elf. And then we're gonna go Mad Dog. Because of this, we get an animal companion right out of the gate. We don't get rage until later, but it'll be fine because eventually we'll just have unlimited rage anyway. So, even though we don't have it early, we get a pet, which is more than makes up for the difference. And yeah, we do get some few less rage powers, but we get some, any feats that we take are gonna also flow. Oh no, here it is. Okay, so not all feats, just trip, which is the best feat to give an animal companion in my opinion. And even though typically most pets can't get trip unless you go with the bully template for them, because trip requires an intelligence of 13 and there's just no way to get your pet up that high in intelligence. You still get it because you're a mad dog. And your pet gets extra DR, which is nice, because they'll get some DR from being an epic beast as well, or a mythic beast, I think is what it's called. So yeah. Alright. And then we'll go with full elf. Do we want to go? I don't think you get... Yeah, there's no way to get... the use of the Elven Curve Blade with the half-elf. So we're going to go regular elf, because we want that weapon familiarity. And let's see, basic is regular. Here we lose Elven Magic, which we don't care about, and we lose Elven Immunities. We get +2 against Necromancy and spell-like abilities. We get +1 attack rolls against outsiders with the demon subtype, which is very good in this game since a huge amount of enemies are exactly that. Uses Elven Magic and Keen Senses. You know what? I think we're going to go with that. Losing the Elven Immunities, it is annoying, because the Elven Immunities give you sleep and enchantment spells. +2 save against those are really good, especially when you're on the front line. Elven Magic does nothing for us, though, because we're not going to have any spellcaster levels, and we're not going to have any... We're not going to be the Knowledge Arcana person in the group, so... That immunities sucks, but we do gain saving throws against necromancy spells and spell-like abilities, which there are a lot in this game as well as curses. So we're going to go that way. Here, I think usually what I go with is martial discipline. We want mobility because we're going to have a pet. So I'm not sure if it's in their listed skills already, but even if it is, it'll give us an additional +1 to it, which is really good because your mobility checks help you when you're riding a pet and that pet gets hit. You can make a mobility check to avoid the hit, and you can also help it with saving throws. So mobility is super important, and getting improved unarmed strike for free is great because that allows us to go down the crane style feat path, which is really good for a frontliner. We're gonna want a ton of dexterity, We don't want a negative con, but we don't necessarily need a positive con either. We also don't need any charisma. We probably want some strength. Let me see here. And yeah, let's see here. We want... we don't need strength, but we don't want to drop strength any more than this because then it'll give us penalties to hit. I think even though we're going to be using Dex with our Elven Curve Blade, I think you still get strength penalties because of the way this game works, even though you shouldn't with a low strength because you're using your Dex skill instead. So we're going to go ahead and keep it at 10. Charisma, we might want to think about taking if we're going to be going the Cornigon Smash, Dazzling Display way, but I don't think we're going to. With this character, we may do that with Sela. So let's just give us a little bit more survivability, a couple more, another skill points, and some better wisdom saves. Since we didn't take the Elven protection against enchantment, most of the enchantment stuff is wisdom based, so this should offset that a little bit. Alright, so we have our basic stat spread here. For skills, we do want perception, we definitely want mobility. And then I think we'll just go with, trying to think of what everyone else, lore world, I think we're going to need. We should be able to get nature and religion and arcana taken care of. So let's just go ahead and we'll do persuasion, just in case we decide to go that route. I'm going to take athletics on the pets, and they'll have ridiculously high athletics scores, so they won't need those. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and choose Weapon Finesse, of course, for our Elven Curve Blade. And then our Animal Companion. Bear is tempting. Boar is tempting, because they have huge natural armor. Their natural armor is high. Their stats are all high. They have a low dex, but most of them do. The only ones with the high dex is the leopard, which we're not going to take because we can't ride a leopard because we're medium and they only become medium. I think the two best defensively is going to be the Smilodon. They eventually get +6 natural armor. They do have high dex. I was thinking Triceratops. Triceratops, they eventually get the +9 to armor as well. They gain powerful charge, which is nice. They also have decent con, but not as high as the boar. The boar's con, 19 con, 21. Yeah, I think we're gonna go boar. We're gonna ride that boar. It's so good. I wish I could do Velociraptor. I'd totally ride one if I could, but that's the other one that only goes to medium. Wolf would be the other, but they get the trip attack, but at the same time, we are already going to get a trip attack for free. So yeah, I think we're going to go boar. Boars don't dish out a lot of damage, but man, they are resilient. Deity selection. I think we're just gonna go atheist. I've never done the atheism thing, but we're gonna be super chaotic. we're gonna go just whatever we feel like going, whatever fancies us at the moment, in the moment, that's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna follow any convention because we're gonna be a trickster. We're gonna go typical elven, super skinny. Creepy smile is always funny, but we'll do just that one. We need a nice scar. Or a blood-raging barbarian. How about that one? Looks pretty good. I always see elves as super pasty. Let's see. We are a barbarian, so I don't think like super styled is the way to go. But all of these seem super styled. And that one just seems like the most... If I was a barbarian, that's probably how I would cut my hair. That one's alright. It's a little bit scruffy, but not super. That is also alright, I think. I feel like braiding would be appropriate. You know what? I think we'll go with the braiding. Do any color, because we're an elf. I don't think we'd take time to dye it. But I think that's a little too clean. Do we have like a dirtier blonde? It doesn't look like there is. Like that. Yeah, that's not bad. Do we want some war paint? Let's see here. I do like that one. Man, that'd take a while to do every day. That one seems super easy. One's a lot of work also. Yeah, we're not gonna go with any war paint. Primary colors, we're gonna be very brown because we're a barbarian, maybe with some brownish red highlights. Yeah, that looks fine. Alright. What's this? Oh. Alright.
Ah, a test of my abilities. Quick, quick! Else we miss all the fun!
We're definitely not going pious.
I'm wounded!
Let's move. I stand ready.
We won't falter! No contest. Let's move already. Heal me, quickly! Out of my way! I lead, you follow. No mistakes. This will hurt. What a fun.
Hey, have a look. This is my chance to run. Careful now.
None
I think
shall
this works.
escape.
Alright. And Death Bagel is the name of my male characters, so we're gonna go with my standard female name. And let's see, we'll do 18th of June.
Let's move already.
Alright. So this is what we have. We get the fast movement, we're an elf, we're a barbarian. We get our animal companion. We have the improved unarmed strike so that we can go down the crane style path. Even though we're not going to get hit a ton because we do have a pet, I still want to have some survivability. if the pet gets knocked down or if I get knocked off the pet, which can happen if they get like put to sleep or something like that. So since this is Last Azlanta, I don't want to just be completely defenseless in that situation because I don't want to die, because you only get once. We have weapon finesse. We'll need to go ahead and I don't know if we're going to start with an elven curved blade. We probably won't, but I know because I've done this before and we're obviously going to accept it when they offer it. We're going to have a crossbow if nothing else, so we'll be able to do some damage early on with the crossbow thanks to our +5 dex mod. And this character, his background is very mysterious. He doesn't know where he came from. This is his first memory, or her first memory, I'm sorry. This is her first memory. She just woke up, she's on a stretcher, and there's a bunch of people around her.
Hey, somebody! We got a wounded fighter. Can we get a healer over here?
My, would you look at this? But why would you drag a wounded fighter into the middle of the festival square? Couldn't she be carted off somewhere else like, oh, I don't know, an infirmary? Or an accommodating ditch?
I do really like Darren. He's one of my favorite companions, and we will be using him, so his attitude is hilarious. It is very much me in my real life.
Make room, everyone, step
Except,
back.
you know, he's
Now,
rich and
what's the
important.
matter? What happened to her?
But that would be nice.
The wound looks nasty. Who did this to her?
Demons, Prelate. We found her barely alive outside the walls of Canabris.
I mean, he would know. He would know. That little halfling. I'll try not to be too spoilery. If someone's watching this and doesn't want spoilers, I will
Walls,
try and
you
rein
say?
that in.
Enemy doesn't usually stray so close to the city. Must fortify the defenses. And you, hold fast. Don't die. We'll see you right. We'll get you patched up now. But first, you there, guard. Take her weapons. Bearing arms is not permitted during the festival. Wounded or not, everyone must abide by the rules. She can get her things back after the festival.
Can you just give me one of these fancy diamond armor sets, and then you won't have to worry. Then I can have a weapon just like this guy.
O inheritor, leader of our troops, the sharpened edge of our blades and the unyielding strength of our armor, Iomete, I beseech you, grant your mercy, heal her wounds.
We're gonna grit our teeth in silence because we're a tough lady. I'm not gonna
My powers are not enough
let
yet.
anyone know
Someone
that
call
we're
for
in
Terendilem.
severe
You
pain.
there. Yes, you. Stop dithering and gawping and make yourself useful. Go and get Terendilem.
Prelate, surely there is somebody else here better suited to running errands.
Thank you, Camellia.
There! Terendilem! Has anyone seen Terendilem?
See? Now
Be quick about it before it's
Sila's
too
someone
late.
I can like.
Now, who are you? I don't remember seeing you before, and I have an excellent memory for faces.
I'm Death Baguette, obviously. I don't know.
That's the first I've heard of that name.
Me too.
Who are you then? What's your business in the city?
I mean, you're gonna have to tell me. Because I don't know where I am or why I'm here.
My
I
dear
just woke
prelate,
up.
please, for the sake of the festivities, stop interrogating this poor woman. She's been through enough already. Go on. I'll take care of her.
Terendilem, you're such an important character and you don't have your own portrait? That's weird.
All right, as you wish. You are our protector, and a dragon at that, so I,
I
shall
think this
defer
must
to
be
your
my
wisdom.
boar, right?
But be
He's
on
just
your
hanging out.
guard.
Good job,
Been
pig.
informed she was wounded near Canabris. That means the demons are prowling just outside the walls, and the city is crawling with their spies. Others may be able to relax on this holiday But not you or I. Not the defenders of the city.
I think we're actually going to name our pig.
The grudging grip of
I think
pain.
I just thought of it.
Cast
Thought of a
off
good
the
name
veil
for our
of
pig.
Suffering flesh. Let light and life go forth in triumph to repel the skulking shade of death. There.
Man, that's nice. Yeah, so do you know what
I
happened
do
to
not
me?
know yet. And
Oh.
that troubles me. I am
Well,
not
alright.
entirely sure what the demons did to you. This wound is no ordinary injury, and it was inflicted by no ordinary weapon. I have rid you of your pain and restored your strength, but only time will allow you to heal fully.
Well, thank you.
I accept your thanks, but my work is not yet done.
Alright, well, can I go?
Certainly, but be careful. I have managed to get you back on your feet, but I have not healed you fully. Alas, sooner or later, your pain will return.
Well, thanks for doing what you did.
But do not be discouraged. You will recover, I promise you that. Tomorrow, come to the cathedral and say that you are expected by Jerendelev, protector of Canabris. We will find a way to help you. But for now, put this out of your mind and enjoy the festival. They are all too rare in this time of war, and merriment is one of the best medicines.
I will see you at the cathedral first thing tomorrow morning, Trendlev. You are so kind. I really appreciate it. Alright, well, while I'm here, I guess I get to sample the special festival drink. Sounds like a good time. Alright, pig. Yep, we don't need to see these. Thank you. Oh, I get to level pig up. Alright, he's gonna be a bulwark, because he's gonna be my tank. And you know what? Like I said, athletics, and I think we'll just give more perception rolls. I don't think they really need anything else. I don't think they use mobility for anything. I think it's just me that needs the mobility. They might need it though. If I want to move through threatened areas. So yeah, we'll do that. Alright. We get medium barding automatically eventually, so we don't want to waste it on that. So I think what we probably should do is just do a toughness. Can we not get improved unarmed strike? Because we do eventually want dodge and everything on this pig. Intelligence. Okay, so we have to bump up his intelligence one before we can do that. Which is fine. Or we want the crane style stuff. So, what does dodge need? Dodge needs Dex 13. Alright. So, we'll have to wait for a while till we can get dodge as well. Alright. Let's go ahead and do blind fighting for now then. Or do we want toughness? You know what? Let's do toughness. Alright. His name is going to be Sir Francis. And we're going to do 10, 10. What is that, a 13 dex? Oh, I guess he'll get it right now. Well, that's good. Then I can take dodge next time he gets a feat. Alright. Let's run around here. I think this is the food and drink, right? Oh no, this looks like armor. This is the food and drink. Yep, I know that. Thank you. Alright. Sit down here. One for me and one for the pig, please. Alright, and now we need to do something else. Let's go show off my dexterous prowess over here. Man, this is chugging along. May have to change the settings on the recording a little bit. Nice bullseye. Well, that doesn't sound good. Well, that's a bunch of stuff that way higher level than level 1. Might be able to take one of these little babus here, but does it rock? Yeah.
Discari, Lord of Locusts, leave my city!
The dragon's here. We're saved. There's no way. Oh, well, there was a dragon. Trendelev did not put up much of a fight.
Discari's here. Discari himself. An army. One minute we had a dragon, the next, bam, she was gone.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Fight or flee? Flee is your plan. Let me help you out. I've got a scroll here with a good protective spell.
You know, is this a coincidence? I've seen you somewhere before.
Yeah, you have. You owe me your life.
Oh.
I'm the one who found you outside the walls and brought you inside to be healed. I see they patched you up. Good thing they did it before the attack, or else you'd have been done for.
Alright, so are you following me? I can't ask if he's following me, but I think he's following me. I'm definitely not running. Psh, I'm gonna shoot Descari right in the eye.
Sure thing. Here, take this.
Oh, I mean,
This crossbow
you could
I've
give me
got.
any
The
weapon.
person who made it said it can pierce the heart of a demon lord even.
Really?
Good
I'll
luck.
have to see that. Let's
not
try
to
it.
get eaten now.
Well, that's on my agenda. Alright, let's do this. Alright, Descari, you and me. I ain't afraid.
A mortal gnat snaps its jaws at the Lord of Locusts. Behold, Ione. Behold the death I saw.
Well, that was fun. I hit him. I made him mad. Mad enough to look at me. I think that's a victory. I'll find other survivors.
The silver dragon, Trendelev, the defender of Canabras, fell in battle. Hardly surprising, as she had to fight the demon lord Discari himself. He willed the land to part and swallow all who dared to stand in his way. But the war was still far from over.
Well. Huh, that's weird. I was featherfalled. Guess that explains how I survived. Alright, Francis. I guess I should equip this crossbow, right? Oh. Uh-oh. That person looks to be trapped. We just run up. Alright.
Oh, holy mother of...
Hey, stay with me. You actually got pretty lucky. You fell down into a black hole. But at least you're not on your own. You've got a great companion. Everything's going to be just fine. Tell me something. Can you feel your legs?
I feel them all right. Wouldn't say no to a little less feeling in them. My ankle's killing me, but my back seems to still be in one piece. My head, too.
That's all that matters. Now, we're going to... Hey! Fancy meeting you down here. You're the one that Terendelev healed today, right? You aren't injured, are you? Will you help me get her out from under the boulders?
I mean, I'll do my best. Hopefully they use Pig's athletic skill, not mine. Alright, we made it. Rolled a 16. Skill value is -4. It did use mine and I somehow still succeeded.
Damn it all. I think it's broken. Oh well, I've had worse. I'll just make myself a splint out of something. Thanks for the help. I wouldn't have lasted long on my own stuck under there. I'm Anevia Tirabade of the Eagle Watch. I was overseeing security at the festival square. I thought maybe spies or demon worshippers might have something nasty planned. What actually happened, though, now that I did not see coming. I don't think anyone could have been prepared for that.
Well, I'm Sela, paladin by the grace of Iomade. I crossed the whole continent to come to Mendev and fight demons. And well, I've been fighting for a while now. I don't even want to think what might be happening up there in the city. Canabres has lost the protection of Terendelev, and of the Wardstone too, looks like. It's a relic without equal. It was placed here personally by Iomade's herald, with the goddess's blessing. I really wanted to go see it, to pray before it. But there's no point worrying about a stone when there are people dying in the streets.
Yeah, things are looking grim enough, but don't lose heart. Wardstone or no, dragon or no, Canabres will never give in. Simple as. Well, we've introduced ourselves. What about you?
My name
Good to
is
meet
Death
you.
Baguette.
Now, tell us all about yourself.
Whoa, girl. Slow down. Exchanging names is enough for now. We don't have time to be swapping life stories. We need to find a way out of here. Now then, I'll hobble my way out of here somehow. The city ain't far, only 30 paces or so. That's if you're going straight up, of course. I'm afraid we're gonna have to go the long way round.
To summarize, there are 3 of us with 5 working legs, 3 pairs of decent hands, 2 clear heads, and 1 made of wood. That's mine. Underground monsters beware! Anevia, you stay behind us. You're in no fit state to fight. If we do come up against anything, the 2 of us will try to manage on our own first. Well, onward! May the good deities lead us back to the open sky soon.
Or, you know, we can lead ourselves back there, since I don't really depend on deities very much. You know, I get it if you do.
Head on!
Let's see what's in this box. Ooh, all kinds of stuff. Alright, so we want... She's the tank at the moment, so let's put that on her. We'll put the cold iron longsword on her. And we're gonna keep my stuff just how it is. Let's go ahead and... We don't need to be that far back. You and Sir Francis stay in the front. And that is Taruntalev's scale. It can raise someone back to life, which is handy.
Who's there?
Find apparel of this young half-elf woman is torn and stained with blood, dust, and dirt. Yep. She's not in a happy place, although she might feel better right now.
Relax, friend. We're not demons or cultists. Don't poke my eye out with that thing, all right? We fell down here during the attack. I'm Sela, that's Anevia, and this is our new friend.
That's
We're
Baguette.
looking for a way back to the surface.
Really? I'm so ever glad to hear it. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Camellia. I was also in the square when... I can scarcely believe it. How did all those demons get into the city? I thought, naively it now seems, that the Wardstone protected us from attack. And Tarendalev, I can't wrap my head around it. Certainly. Survivors should stick together. It's only sensible. Who knows what else could be prowling about in these caves?
We do need to keep moving. We have to get... There has to be a way back up somewhere.
That's right. It would be the height of foolishness to survive a demon attack only to perish under a pile of rubble.
Let's see if this poor bloke has anything useful on him. Not to sound like a heartless brigand or nothing, but we kinda need all the supplies we can get right now.
I'll watch your back.
Alright. You know, we will leave you down a couple hit points for now, since Sela's gonna be the main tank. I really don't love Camellia's class.
None shall escape.
Some people say she's really good, but I don't know, for my playstyle maybe? I don't know, but she just dies all the time when I tried using her, so.
Onwards. Save the last one for me. Spirits demand your blood.
And we might do turn-based mode later on. I haven't decided yet. Does she have armor? She does. Alright, so none of us can really use braces of armor except you. So there you go. Sir Francis gets the first magic item.
Cut them to pieces! Die!
Good job, Anevia. You just kill everything.
Dispatch those fools!
And the first actual tough monster. Not that tough, turns out. Failed to skin it. Hey, there's people down here.
No,
Crazy.
I can't just walk away. It's got to be here somewhere. When to look?
How Howdy. Do not be alarmed.
Lan, did you find it? Who is that?
The do-gooders here to save our mongrel souls, no doubt. Wait. They might know what's going on up there.
Well, demons.
If things are as
It's
bad
demons.
as you say, then we all have to hurry.
You didn't come from the direction of the shield maze. Damn it. I couldn't care less about what's happening on the surface, but the maze.
I don't even know what this maze is. So, yeah, we obviously haven't been there.
I realize that you guys have your own troubles, but we need to be in Canabres. People are dying up there. Please, show us the way out.
Are you
Tieflings are the descendants of people who sullied themselves by mating with demons. Our ancestors would never sink that low. We are the underground crusaders, the children of the Crusade's finest.
Sadly, underground crusaders is a bit of a mouthful, so people usually just call us mongrels.
You just love repeating that, don't you, Lan? Mongrels. That's what the Uplanders call us. But we call ourselves Neathers.
No matter what you call us, it's not gonna stop our horns, hooves, or tails from growing. This is the hall where we remember the glory of our forebears. Sorry about the mess. It doesn't usually look like this, trust me. Sometimes we even wipe the dust off the exhibits.
This is where the relics of the first Crusaders are displayed. Our lives are short. Our glories are quickly forgotten. But this place helps us to remember that we are just as worthy as anyone else. And that our lives are not lived in vain.
The first Crusaders? You've been down here that long? That's crazy.
What are you guys doing in here?
That's none of your
We're looking for a holy sword. It was here, in the center, sticking out of a rock. The sooner we find it, the better. Some kids from our tribe took off for the shield maze. They figured it had collapsed, and now it's their time to go up to the surface, like all the legends foretold.
Why are all holy swords stuck into rocks? Is that like a thing?
Except they don't have a clue what's waiting for them up there. They're not fighters. And Saul, the chief of our tribe, is dead set against it. He says that now isn't the time for the underground crusaders to take up arms. If we get the holy sword, we might be able to change the chief's mind.
It's a fool's errand. None of us will be able to hold the sword, let alone use it to save anyone. It's not an ordinary weapon. It's made from righteous heavenly flame and will burn anyone who touches it. Do you think you're special, Lan?
I'll pick it up with my teeth and tie it to my hand if I have to. It doesn't matter. An angel's sword and a troop of stalwart mongrels will be able to work a minor miracle. Speaking of which, you're still here, Wendu, which means that deep down, you know it's possible.
All right. Well, here. Let's help you find this sword, and then you guys help us get to the
An
surface.
extra pair of eyes
Deal?
can only help. This sword will be easy enough to spot. It looks, swordy. Help us, and in return, we'll get you out of here.
Perfect. Let's do it.
Now we're talking. Let's get to work. It's a good thing we all bumped into each other, isn't it?
What, you want to find the sword quickly, so the underground monsters bring you back to the surface? So be it.
All right.
Now what
First
is
off,
that? I just can't.
an unknown knight. Looks cool though. And let's find this sword.
Move out!
I found...
No
something.
sword.
What do we have here?
Improvised museum or a temple. Alright. There's columns. Columns are
What is
fancy.
that? Head on!
More statues.
What's that there? I found something.
What do we have here?
Huh, I've looked in all of them except this one. We'll try this one now. Oh hey, look at that. There's a sword in here. Just sticking out of the rocks. That's weird. A strange flash pierces the gloom, and Death Baguette feels drops of searing blood run down her chest. The wound healed by Trendelev reopens and weeps scarlet, but there's no pain or weakness. A hazy scene appears, a cave chamber, this one or another one entirely. Death Baguette's heartbeat quickens, and a stream of thoughts suddenly burst into her mind. Thoughts that clearly belonged to another. Treachery! They betrayed me, they trapped me, stabbed me in the back, my trusted allies, my treasured friends, the people I swore to protect, the people for whom I descended from heaven and came to this turbulent mortal world. There they are, up ahead in the gloom of the cave. What are they waiting for? Are they afraid to draw any closer? Do they believe I am about to die from their traitorous blows? Next to me, a quiet moan. A girl with her golden braid lays on the rocks, clutching at her slashed side. She refused to join in with the traitors and paid dearly for it. I could have tried to run, but I will not. Whilst I still have the strength, I must. While recognizing the foreign origin of these thoughts, Death Baguette intuits that she can control them somehow. Let's try to. Heal the wounded girl. She didn't turn on me. She deserves it. A spark of healing magic illuminates the eerie, murky scene before Death Baguette. The wounded girl opens her eyes and whispers, Lariel, you said that everything was going to change soon. You said you and the other warriors of heaven would be leaving us on a grand mission to stop the demons forever. Is that true? The frenzy of foreign thoughts comes faster and faster, like a rushing river. The images flash by one after another. Priestess in colorful robes observing the stars, a young female paladin praying, clutching her glowing sword, a majestic golden wing angel gazing into the distance, his face covered by a helmet, but his voice ringing clear. Only if you're willing, and only if you're ready. There is no going back. Then don't waste your strength healing me, the girl whispers. Your mission is more important. You take care. It is near. There in the vision, the darkness in the cave stirs into motion. Something massive appears from within its depths. A vague shadow, an outline, a nightmare come to life. A wave of odious chirping and rustling emanates from the shadow. The sound of piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The sound piercing like hot irons lancing through flesh and bone. The traitors fall to their knees before the shadow in reverent ecstasy, and the wounded girl thrashes in her death throes. The yawning chest wound burns white hot. Death Baguette's head pounds with pain, and it is no longer clear whose pain it is. The person called Lariel who sent this vision, or the one unlucky enough to receive it. Well, Death Baguette is determined to fight off the illusion. Nice. Exactly rolled it. The force of the attack, though originating in a vision, is terrifying, but Death Baguette is stronger. She shakes off the pain and torpor, but alas, the one who sent the vision cannot claim the same. He is broken and exhausted. A monstrous shadow emerges from the murk of the cave. It is not real. It exists only in this strange vision or memory. But the thrill of fear it provokes is more than real. The shadow's features starkly resemble those of Descari, the terrifying demon lord. In a moment, as swift as thought itself, the monster's hand is wrapped around the throat of the one they call Lariel. The foolish angel struggling on the rocks. Like a fly with its wings torn off, intones the shadow. Its voice changes as it moves, shifting from a quiet whispering to a sonorous shout, becoming young, then old and quavering. Where is your goddess angel? Where is her self-assured herald? How is it that you are dying alone, so far from the light of your heaven? A strange calm envelops the thoughts of the one called Lariel. He recognizes who stands before him, and he knows he will never bow down before his enemy. The flaming sword flares to life in his hand, bright, pure, flickering with multicolored sparks like a sunbeam through stained glass. Slash! The blade slices through the demonic creature's flesh. The monster recoils with a howl, releasing its grip on Lariel's throat. The angel falls back, heavily onto the rocks. His vitality is ebbing, but his pride remains undiminished. He grips the sword, and with his last burst of strength, plunges it into the rock. Death Baguette senses the vision is fading, the rush of thoughts diminishing, like a river running dry. The last thing she hears is this: "You will kill me, monster. This I know. But one day, someone will come here and raise up my sword. They will raise it up, and save and protect the innocent." Both of these are noble endeavors, but the innocent need protected. The vision disappears, vanishing in a burst of colors. Death Baguette does not hear the final words, but she seems to complete the thought, taking it to heart. The words fly from her lips, and with them, something else. The heat blazing in Death Baguette's chest fades away. The edges of the scarlet wound close, leaving not even a scar behind. Looking down, Death Baguette sees the flaming sword in her hand, or rather, its outline, the memory of what the sword looked like. With a final surge of warm and soothing light, the sword vanishes, and the light is drawn into her hand. Death Baguette senses that it will return. All she needs to do is call it. Alright. So, I found the sword.
Are you alright?
But,
You were kinda glowing just now.
it's gone.
That was it. The light of heaven. But how?
What did you do with it? Where did it go?
I think I saw the memories of Lariel, the angel who died here.
That really was Lariel? The angel from the legends. The ancestors even got his name right on the gravestone.
You. Thousands have gone, and no one's been able to touch it. And now you, an ordinary creature of flesh and blood, no different to us, get the sword and start talking about visions.
Maybe I'm not an ordinary creature of flesh and blood.
Now, Wendowog, don't be a sore loser. She is clearly different from us. The sword appeared
I would also be highly suspicious.
With the angel's name and all that other
Wendowog
stuff.
is smart.
Because she doesn't carry our mongrel taint. Heaven doesn't give a damn how special we are. We're born with evil inside us. Heaven doesn't need to know any more than that. I know you're willing to tear anyone apart to uphold our people's honor, but you and Sol, you just refuse to face the truth. We are the way we are because our ancestors' bodies were corrupted by the abyss. It does the same thing to plants and animals. There's nothing heroic or special about it. It doesn't make us better, and it doesn't make us worthier.
So you saw it too? The traitors?
It's only us here.
The
Your
dying
group.
girl?
You, me, Wendu, and the light of heaven that sort of got, sucked into you. Any chance you can whip it out again? We do kinda need it.
Whoa now, Lan, you're being a little forward for us just meeting. Not gonna be whipping out anything, alright?
Sorry, I crack jokes when I get nervous. And when I'm upset. And when I'm happy. Anyway, what I said, it came out wrong. We need to bring you to Chief Sol. You can show everyone the light of heaven, we'll rally the tribe and go into the maze, and we'll get back our kid.
And what if she can't make it happen a second time? What then? The tribe will just say we're crazy and turn its back on us.
Oh no, it seems like I can control it. See? You want me to flash you?
That is
there you
just...
go.
Wow, I mean, that's amazing.
This power is the most majestic thing I've ever seen in all my life. Is this what the sun is like, Lan?
Yes, it's similar. But this light is more... golden? Chief Saul needs to see this. Now that we have the power of angels on our side, he can't say no. He'll have to assemble a troop to storm the maze. You Uplanders care about your kids, right? Help us save ours. Without them, we won't survive. And then, the perils of the maze won't be so bad if we go together. We'll make our way through it and find the way to Canabras.
Alright, well, lead on. Take us to your chief, and I'll decide what I'm gonna do.
Let's go. We'll take the short route. Well, the only route, really.
Alright, let's go.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
I think it's gonna be a big deal. This fight should be super easy. You know what? We're gonna click to go back just because. Oh, no, we gave us 0 experience. I thought we'd get experience for that.
Thanks,
Darn
Lan.
it.
You're so awesome, Lan.
We've got protection from evil.
Let's move already.
Yeah, let's go ahead and give everyone a temporary hit point. And enemies become dazzled if they're in the area. That's right. Alright. Let's go in here.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
The heartbeat quickens.
Fight these little earth elementals. Uh-oh. One of them hit Sela. Is that a crit? That was a hard hit. Yes. Why do I not? Oh, there it was. Oh no, that was just max damage. Alright. That explains it. Alright. But we beat
Now
it.
what is that?
We got a 1
You can
now,
trust me.
but already cure light wounds. So let's just do that. Have to remember I'm also on
The
Last
mongrel
Azlanta
did it.
mode, so I normally let people's health go fairly low if I know we're going to be resting soon.
You follow.
But I need to remember that if my tanks die and then I die because of that, well, that's the end of this run. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Yes, yes, yes. Go away.
What's that there?
Let's hear you cry.
I want focus fire.
See that?
Who crit that? Land, I guess that makes sense. He's the one that said, "Did you see that?" And
Doubt is the
honestly,
heart's greatest challenge.
only because I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take Glen's bow and give him a crossbow. Oh, it's masterwork. No. Give him this one. Because I have a feeling we're just not going to be using him. But, you know, I don't know why I would think that. I definitely think that. listen here, you. I don't know who you are or where you come from, but you and I are the only two people here who see things clearly. That's why I'm asking you, don't show the light of heaven to Saul. Don't you want to save the kids lost in the maze? I do want to, but I'm not going to risk the future of the tribe for the sake of a few stupid kids. Chief Saul is hesitant, and for good reason. He also understands how dangerous this is for the tribe. Lan's the only one who benefits from these childish games of heroism. I'll go alone if I have to and find them, or whatever's left of them, without any heroics, relying only on myself, risking only my own life. Alright, that's fair. You and your friends, you can come with me. Perhaps we can make it to the end of the maze and find your way out to the surface. But you consider the mongrels to be great warriors, the descendants of great warriors. I believe that my people are worthy of greatness, that we are strong and can do many things. That's why we were chased down here. We scared people. But it's one thing to go hunting in the caves, and another to fight in the shield maze. Wendwog leans closer, her pupils dilating. I've been there. I've spent my whole life training so I can make it through all the way to the end. There were more of us trackers at the start. We were young and stupid. What's a couple of monsters when there's a whole world out there waiting for us? That's what we thought, but we weren't prepared. The maze just isn't a physical challenge. It's cunning, it's full of traps, it's dark as the primordial night. And if you close your eyes and listen, you hear whispers right behind you, and soft singing in the distance that seems to rise and fall with the beating of your heart. I had to learn from my friends' mistakes. I had to step over their bodies and go further. I don't want to have to do that again. And it will happen again if a crowd of ill-prepared fighters burst into the maze with no idea where they're going, all because Lan believes that a glowing sword will solve all of our problems. Alright, I'll think about it. Let's go. Don't show the chief the light, and I'll lead you through the maze to the surface, I swear it. Alright, let's go talk to the chief. Oh, we're fatigued. Definitely need to rest soon. Your first impression of the mongrel village is of a squalid dump, with odors to match. Unblinking, glowing eyes watch you from the gloom, and deformed shadows slope between the huts. You see some mongrels gutting white, eyeless fish, while others are repairing fishing nets. All the signs of normal village life, but tense expectation hangs in the air. A heavy-set aged mongrel slowly shuffles his way towards you. The hair on his head grows in limp, wispy strands, and his face has a distinctly rat-like appearance, with pronounced teeth, and you hear a rattling sound in his chest with every breath he takes. One of his eyes is white, fully scarred by cataracts, while the other gleams with moisture. A Plandrish, eh? End times are upon us indeed. Chief Saul, we found the angel's sword, and we found the one who can wield it. She had a vision, and now the angel's sword, together with the light of heaven, are somehow inside her. Gather the tribe, anyone who can hold a weapon. The young ones are still alive. We can save them. Ah, Lan. Always dreaming, always talking. You're too hasty for your own good. It's going to get you in trouble. And a plunder with the light o' heaven, that's too good for us. Our kind don't have good things happen. There's always a catch. Lan trusts people because he likes to believe. Isn't that right, Lan? I'm the chief. I don't work on faith. Show me the light. Wendwog stares at you intently like a cat watching a bird and shakes her head in warning. Lan is mistaken. I don't know what he's talking about. We didn't find any sword. I don't know why you're lying. No doubt you have your reasons, but I know it's a lie, and you know it, and Wendu knows it. Tell him, Wendu. I saw the light shining between the rocks, and when it went out, and then it went out. Lan saw what he wanted to see. Why are you doing this? Doing what? Telling the truth? I'm just not gonna say anything. Right, you and Wendu worked everything out between yourselves. You've played me for a blind mole here. Huh. Everybody around me said they didn't want to go anywhere or save anyone, but I didn't believe them. I always have to take things further than everyone else. Isn't that right, Chief? Fine. I see how things are. I don't need any more convincing. Heesh, Lan. Miracles are not meant for us. We the tribe, we wait. If you're one of us, you'll wait. We're not going anywhere. Uplanders, rest now. There's a hut over there. You can rest there. You made the right choice. It was the lesser of two evils. And now, rest. We can be at our best when we go into the maze. I promise to lead you to the surface, and I will. And now we get a level up. Alright. Well, Sela is going to stay a paladin. She will eventually get a horse. So can't remember what level paladins get it at, but they do eventually get a horse. So that's going to be her pet. And it doesn't say anywhere. She's a pickpocket. Wow, I never noticed that before. She has dodge, she has shield focus. Alright. I think I see. When she gets her pet. I don't know, but she gets a pet. We're gonna do that just so that it's not automatically leveling up. She does have persuasion, so we will probably do the Cornigon Smash stuff on her. We'll leave her with, do we want Knowledge World? I think we want Knowledge Religion. On Sela, since I took Knowledge World, I thought she got Religion. Alright, so we'll give her Religion from here on out. And then me. We're going to stick with those same skills, and now we have Pack Tactics, which gives us a bonus when flanking the same opponent as our pet, which is super useful once we start writing it. Camellia, we're just going to stay Spirit Hunter. We're only going to use her while we don't have other people. Ice Plant is good though. More AC is good. We're not going to use Lan, but we will go ahead and keep him as the Zen Archer. We'll do Precise Shot and weigh the bow, short bow. There's a lot of really good short bows you get early on, way better than the long bows you get. And if I was going to keep him, this is how I would go. Like, I remember super early in Act 2, you find a +2 speed holy crossbow, which is the best bow, or short bow. Yeah, composite speed holy short bow. So it gives you an extra attack, and it's holy, which is really good against demons. It's fantastic. Wenduog, we are going to... I'm not exactly sure which way I want to go. We're not going to keep her a fighter because she doesn't get a pet as a fighter. So I think we're going to go Ranger, Demon Slayer, and then she will get a pet at level 4 of Ranger. Here. So, oh yeah, I guess with Boone, as long as we do it first level, then Boone should give it +3 and +1 for the fighter. So yeah. So if we go Ranger, she'll still be able to have a full level companion. That's perfect. And since she's already built essentially as a Ranger and she has precise shot, this will be perfect. We can take as the Ranger style. I think we might go 2-weapon and make her an axe thrower, because you do get a couple of really nice throwing axe in Act 2 as well. But we'll have to see. We can decide that later. She gets lore, nature, and perception. And then let's also give her stealth and athletics. Yep, that seems good. And then she has favored enemies, outsiders, demons of magic, demons of slaughter, and demons of strength. So, Baelors, Nalfanshi, Vavakia, Babao, Cambion, Incubus, Succubus, Dretch, Uliudru. I don't know how to say that one. But yeah, she gets +2 attack and damage against them all, and then an additional +2 every 5 levels. She is really good at a vast majority of the enemies in this game. And then Sir Francis. Sir Francis also gets some some skill increases. And yeah, we're good to go. We'll talk to him again. I want to ask a few questions just to get some of this stuff. I don't know if it opens up any additional options, but I usually try and do this. Alright. It did not. Let's go ahead. Loot everything we can loot. One nice thing, once everyone does have animal companions, is early on you kind of have to be careful about picking everything up because you have a weight limit. But animal companions add their strength to the total weight limit. So right now, since we have him in our party, he adds an extra 12 strength worth of carrying capacity. So our inventory, we have to get over 600 before we're heavily encumbered, and 900 before we just can't even travel. So it's good to have animal companions because
Move out!
once we have enough of them, we'll just be able to carry everything all the time. Ah yes, August Worm. Finally, someone from the surface. I was beginning to lose hope. An elderly man in expensive but not ostentatious clothes approaches you. His face is peppered with several healed cuts and bruises and twisted an expression of extreme discontent. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is August Gorham. Yes, that Gorham. You've no doubt heard of me. If you've spent any time at all in the city, I have a business proposition for you. I haven't spent any time at all in the city. I actually just got here. Who are you? Ah, you are truly and freshly arrived in the city then? You couldn't have picked a worse time, that's for certain. Only just arrived and the city has been razed to rubble. You should know that you are looking at one of the richest and most distinguished men in Canabris may not be as well known as certain swaggering loudmouths who spend their lives traipsing from one ball to the next, but the Gurun Trading Company is one of the pillars of the city, I'll have you know. Did you see the marquee in the square? I paid for those. Tried any festival delicacies? You have Horgus Gorm to thank for that. How'd you end up here, Horgus? Focus on Camellia before his gaze returns to you. You obviously know at least one of us, Horgus. Like everyone else, down I went when that accursed beetle cleaved the ground in twain beneath our feet. I'm lucky I didn't break my neck in the fall. I'm doubly lucky that I didn't encounter any subterranean cockroaches on my blind wanderings and instead came across hunters from this settlement. Although I must say that when I first glimpsed their physiognomies? I'm not sure how to say that word. Physiognomies, yeah. My life flashed before my very eyes, but they turned out to be decent chaps. Frightening to look at, but able to keep a bargain. What kind of business proposition? I don't know what is happening on the surface right now, but I'm determined to find out. You have no intention of seeing out the rest of your days in this village, I suspect. We must find a route back to the surface, to the city, if there's anything left of it. You seem to be a remarkably strong warrior. Just what we need to get through these caves and past the bloodthirsty beasts that inhabit them. You are strong. It will be no trouble to you, but I, alas, am not as fit as I once was. I can't go crawling about through caves, playing at scouts. My proposition is simple. Lead me back to the city. I shall pay you 1,000 gold coins. I suggest we help this man. It is good to have friends among the Canabris elite. Well, Camellia, I'm sure you have no ulterior motives. I think we can squeeze more out of him. Are you taking advantage of my dire circumstances? Very well. Make it 2,000. Alright, deal. We have to go. Go on, go on. Don't forget our agreement. When you find the way out, be sure to tell me. Alright.
Head on!
And then we are going to go ahead and loot this village. Because that's what we do. We loot. Get all this fish.
Onwards!
Hold on, I'll come look at your wares in a second. First, I need to make sure I have everything I want to sell you. There might be something way up here. Let's just double check. Nope. Alright.
Move out!
Alright, now we'll go talk to this merchant who is screaming at us. Hello, Dyra. You there. You from the surface. You must be tough to make it all the way here. Never thought I'd see the day. Call me Dyra. Let's trade. Sure, Dyra. Let's trade. Sell that. We don't need that. Or that. Or that. Or that. All this stuff can go. What's that? Crooked paw? Okay, just reagents. Yeah. And you don't have anything I love, so just +1 thick pads, yeah. You don't have an elven curve blade. I guess I could just pick up like a short sword for now. It is finesse wielding. Or actually, I might have one. There's a dagger. We'll just wait until I find one. We can use this bow till then. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and rest, and we'll call this the first episode. And, alright, it's time. We're heading out now. Land won't get in our way. It's time to what? Time to get you out of here. I'm keeping my word. It's quiet now. The village has settled down. I know the shortest route to the maze will take a boat. No one will see us. Are we still going to save the missing mongrels? What? Oh, them. They're probably dead already. But if we meet anyone on the way, we won't just walk on by. At the end of the day, they are of the tribe. Lan won't get in our way. Where is he? On the way to his death, if he decided to go it alone, or maybe he's in a hole somewhere, crying about how lonely he is. I don't care either way. I do like Wendog. She's funny. She is completely heartless, but I respect that. You grow up in these circumstances. Sometimes that's how it ends up. Are we just going to leave Horgus and Anavia here? Getting you all out at once will be difficult. We'll let the injured woman recover. Do you think I like knowing there are uplanders sitting in our village? But trying to drag an injured person through the maze would be suicide. And don't even get me started on the other one. He's not going to get off his backside unless we send a litter to carry him. Are you sure the maze is the only way? You look like someone who doesn't know what she's talking about? Yes, I'm sure. There might be other ways, but not anywhere near here. I've never made it all the way through the maze, but every time I've smelled the change in the air. Anyone who can't has no business being in there. They're as good as dead. If you don't believe me, you can wait for another guide to show up, but no one apart from me will get you to where you need to go. Alright, Wendog, let's go. It's time to get out of here. Right, and another thing, you could have chosen not to listen to me, but you did. That means you have real strength in you. A strong person can take the truth, even if they don't like it. And the truth was on my side. I want to say, thank you. You saved the tribe from a stupid mistake. They're alive now because of you. Now let's go to the boats. We'll get there fastest by water. Just saying thank you makes her uncomfortable enough that she has to look around to make sure no one overhears. I get it, Wendog. I get it. Alright, and this is going to be the end of episode 1. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.